Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I'm here to discuss about the formulation of lubricant. In this chapter, we'll discuss about the process of formulation, about the types of base oil, types of additives we are adding with the lubricants, and what type of property it will give. So let's start. For the formulation of lubricants, there are basically two constituents. One is the base oil and second one is the additives. So base oil may be of three types. It may be mineral type, it may be synthetic type, or it may be vegetable type. And we are adding the additives with the base oil, and additives are added to the base oil in a proper proportion. Additives gives the property what we are require in the lubricants. Lubricants are basically used in the machineries. It may be of anti-wear type, it may be extra pressure type, it may be engine oil type. So different types of lubricants we are using in different machineries for which different types of additives are added. Additives may be anti-wear type, it may be synthetic fatty acid type, it may be detergent type, it may be dispersant type. So when base oil and additive added in a proper proportion, oil formulation started. These two constituents added, and finally after formulation we get the lubricant. And as we have already discussed, base oil are of three types. It may be mineral types, it may be vegetable types, it may be synthetic types. We will discuss it one by one. Mineral oil type base oil are basically depends on the crude oil and its process of refining. Types of crude oil influence the type of mineral oil what we are using. Second one is the synthetic oil. Synthetic oil are basically man-made type oil. It is formed by different chemical compounds. If we compare the mineral oil and synthetic oil type base oil, we'll see the life of synthetic oil base oil is much more better than mineral type oil, and synthetic oil are made for the working in a higher temperature also. The cost of synthetic oil is also very high in comparison to mineral oil. If we'll take an example of viscosity grade 46, if we are taking the mineral oil 100 rupees per liter, the same VG46 synthetic oil cost will be approximately 1000, 10 times more than the mineral oil. And the third type base oil is the vegetable oil. It is derived from the vegetables. So now we see the second constituent, which is the additives. Additives, as I have already said, that additives are added to the base oil to give the property what we require. If we require anti-wear property, we have to add anti-wear type additives. If we need engine oil type property, we have to add anti-wear type as well as detergent, dispersant, whatever the additives required to gives us that type of property which is required for the engine. Basically, the lubricants we are using the engines, it engine may be subjected to high load, may be subjected to high vibration, may be subjected to high temperature, it may be subjected to high speed. So we'll see what type of additives are added. Addition of antifoam and demulsifying agents and corrosive type inhibitors are added to form a R&O lubricants. R&O means rust and oxygen inhibitant lubricants. It is used in various applications. And second one, if we see the addition of anti-wear additives, where the machine is subjected to high matting parts. Which is the matting part means the contact between any two equipments like uh, gears, contact between the gears, contact between the shaft and the bearing inner race, uh, rollers contact. So there is a huge contacts, and in such type of things we have to see the anti-weight type additives, that because we need a better film, oil film formation. Third type is formulation of extra pressure lubricant. In extra pressure lubricant, we have to add extra pressure additives like fatty acids and anti-wear type additives. Fourth one is the formulation of compound lubricants. Here in this type of lubrication, we have to add synthetic fatty acids. And you see the process of creation of fatty acids from acetal through the action of enzyme. So this is basically the process for the formation of fatty acids. And vegetable oil are environmental friendly, sustainable, and rich source of fatty acids. This is also used in the lubricants for um, fatty acid type. Then dicarboxylate esters also used as synthetic fatty acid additives in the lubricants. And we see here the addition of anti-wear agents and detergent and dispersant. If we see the detergent, then detergents are insoluble metallic salts like calcium or magnesium carbonate in olive oil. The main basic function of this detergent is to make the oil alkaline. Why it is required? If the oil is alkaline, then it has a tendency, it has a capacity to neutralize the corrosive acids forms during this oil circulation or oil filtration process. So detergent is having a very nice property. And if we see the dispersants are added to the lubricants because it prevents the formation of sludge, varnish, and other deposits. So we have seen that there are so many types of additives which are being added to the lubricants for different properties. So for better selection of lubricants, we have to see what type of additives should be added to the lubricant. Selection of lubricant is must. And for types of oil lubricants or selection of lubrication, we'll have separate session. So we see the generic lubricant types. So as we have already discussed, it may be R&O type, that is rust oxygen inhibited oil lubricants. It may be anti-wear type lubricants, it may be extra pressure lubricants, it may be compound type lubricants where synthetic fatty acid plays a vital role, and it may be engine oil which is used in automobile sector. Very wide application of this engine oil, and in formation of the engine oil we have to add detergent, dispersant, and anti-wear type additives. So that's all about the formulation of lubricants. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you. Thank you very much.